What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For today, this is going to be a different type of video. It's been quite some time since I have done one of these, but I thought I would at least take the time to discuss some of my plans going into Endwalker, of course. Since the release is literally right around the corner, we're in the month of November, and it should be here in no time, to be honest. Now, just like many of you, of course, we all have so many things going through our minds and so ready and hype for Endwalker. But one thing that came to my mind, considering the fact that I've been in the waiting queue for less than most of you, sorry that you had to wait for such a long time for this, but for me, I've thought about a few things and a few changes and some stuff that I want to do when Endwalker does release. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I want to bring up is the fact that I, for one, decided to do a name change on my character. Now, of course, for quite some time, ever since I've got back into Final Fantasy XIV last year during the pandemic, I took up the name San in Tokyo for my character. But when I was going through the MSQ for Shadowbringers and all the previous expansions, I just couldn't help but think of the name San for like the first name. So call that kind of like a thing that's a little bit odd for me alone. So I'm still gonna be called San in Tokyo on the channel, and my character name is San in Tokyo. But instead, I decided to go with my first name, which is Anthony. This is a normal name for me, and I feel like it is more for my own liking, considering the fact that I, for one, love to immerse myself into these games. If any of you have ever watched or seen Code Lyoko, it's one show that is always in my mind when it comes to immersing myself into said games like these. It's pretty much where you take yourself and you've been brought into this world that's so amazing. And that's kind of how I look at myself when it comes to playing these games. So I want to bring more immersion for the finale of this story arc, of course. So that's why I decided to go with the name change. It's going to be now considered whatever I'm showing on screen right now. That's what the name is going to be. And it's not really that much of a difference when it comes to my character name, and I don't think it matters too much for the grand scheme of things. It's more like a personal type of preference for me. Okay, so the second thing that I want to bring up here is the change of how I'm going to be pacing inside of Endwalker. Now, of course, when the game releases, many people are going to be taking on the MSQ. I, for one, am not going to do that. The new jobs that just recently came out are Reaper and Sage. Two jobs that I didn't actually say that I wanted specifically. Well, besides Reaper, because that seems awesome. I've been saying if it's a melee DPS, it will be awesome if it's a Reaper. And I love that it is. But I, for one, have been in the crowd where I was wanting a melee DPS and a healer. So the fact that we got both of those in this expansion was a gift to me. So thank goodness. But my plan for these two jobs is to level them both up to 80 and take them alongside with my level 80 paladin and go back to leveling 3 jobs at once. In the past, I used to level up 3 jobs at once in each expansion, and that's been something that I've been doing for quite some time, up until I got to Shadowbringers. Once I got the Shadowbringers, for some reason I decided to just completely slow down on all of those, and just decide to mainly just do Dark Knight, considering the fact it's the poster boy, and I was loving playing Dark Knight in general. Now, of course, Endwalker, the poster boy, is Paladin, but the reason why I'm wanting to jump back into Paladin is because of the fact that I started out as a Paladin, which it's interesting that we're ending with Paladin. I have no idea, but I love it because that's one job that I was always enjoying ever since the beginning. Now, as far as me actually streaming the MSQ and also the fact that I'm going to be leveling up Reaper and Sage, that is still to be determined at a later date. So look forward to that. If I am going to be doing so, I will let you all know. But as of right now, the only thing I'm going to be doing is focusing on trying to level up these jobs first, and then we will take on the MSQ. Next thing to do is pretty much what is my plans for the MSQ? I mean, what is the main thing that many people are going to be doing anyways? We're all going to be playing through this story, right? Well, here's my plan on going through the story. Now, of course, we're going to be continuing on how I usually do it as like my playthroughs. I will stream it first, so many of you can get my reactions live if you like to, and I will post up all of the important bits to YouTube. Now, one thing I will mention here is that I'm not gonna make these videos long no more. Oh my gosh, if I go through my video feed right now, it's pretty ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that I had videos going up to 3-4 hours was absurd, and I'm terribly sorry for that, and I will do my best to make them so much smaller to the point where we're only going to be focusing on the big main event stuff. I will be posting all of that up on YouTube once I am done playing through whatever section that I am on the MSQ, so that many of you who are only wanting to see the important bits will have access to those. Now, unless many of you would love to see a lot of the extra important bits, then I will continue to do what I'm doing, but in a more manageable size. I don't think that I will be doing more 3-4 hour videos, but more in the lines of probably an hour long like I was doing initially. So that's something that is still that I have on the table for any of you who are wanting any of that. Now, the last thing I will be talking about is the fact that I will be taking my time playing through this MSQ. The only reason why is because it's a big release, and I usually love to take my time when it comes to big releases, and I'm sure many of you will feel the exact same way when it comes to something that you truly am excited for. So, just a big heads up for many of you who are like potentially wanted me to get to the end. I'm not going to be doing that unless you want to just watch the complete reaction on YouTube whenever it's done and out there. But I will be taking my time because I really want to see exactly what is the end of this finale. It's been a long saga. It's been built up for so many years, and I think it's very much warranted for many of us to just go ahead and take our time with it. So with that being said, hopefully you all enjoy my plans for what it is for Endwalker. I hope to see some of you out there whenever we are continuing this on, because of course things just gets better from here. But if you have any plans or any ideas or anything going on yourself in terms of Endwalker, please let me know in the comments down below and let's have a conversation about it. I love and I'm very curious to see what some of your thoughts on when it comes to Endwalker. I haven't had very many conversations with people about this, so let's go ahead and create one ourselves. With that being said, I shall see you all in the next one. Stay optimistic, keep it real, and peace out now.